He was a well-known businessman and a volunteer at the Belize Red Cross. But a leaked testimonial reveals that 28-year-old Ricardo Borja may have gotten in over his head with some bad business through his consultancy firm. On Monday, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams told reporters that investigators have received information that paints Borja in a negative light.
We're getting several information that are negative towards him in terms of his involvement with different activities, but I am not going to go into details of those. And yes, it could be that it is one of those that may have led to his death. And so we are looking at every possible angle that we can pursue in respect to this matter.
In the 23-minute audio recording, Borja begins by explaining that someone he had worked with from Panama had a client that wanted to purchase land in Belize. He recommended a real estate agent in southern Belize and is heard in the recording saying that he found someone online. Borja reportedly met with that agent sometime later.
We then met at tavern, tavern, and we had a discussion about doing closings and such forth, and we said, yeah, we did it.
Okay.
So it started pretty much well. At the beginning, everything was in protocol. They would send us the closing agreements and everything.
But according to Borja, he soon began facing obstacles at the lands department while processing land documents on behalf of his partner.
So, for example, let's say we're going to go and transfer our property. That property isn't even registered. You know, that property doesn't even exist. And then there were some discrepancies in the schedules, or actually where was the actual title for that. So they was like, no, I already told my guy, just drop it to this person will pick up the transfers and they will take care of it.
The testimonial goes on to say that the business relationship between Borja and the agent was formed in 2019. As he mentioned, everything appeared to be above board at first.
But then it went on to creating, I knew that they were creating different things. I knew that they were creating passports. I never did any passports. I never created any titles. It all started through doing grants of administration of permits, right? And I could at least found 13 of them, I think, or 10 of them, you know.
Borja then detailed how the fraudulent land scheme worked and what he was tasked to do.
I was training this entire process that I'll just show you exactly remember off the lines. Some of them we very well knew that they were not right, and we had to prepare reports, land title search reports, and some of them even we were asked by one of the employees who was selling a lot, and it was like, Ricardo, but you cannot put that on the thing. And I was like, I know I can't put that. I was like, don't worry, I'll figure it out. I got you, because I already knew what the drill was, you know. So it was to prepare so it was almost to like prepare something that had to do. It was actually giving a false report.
Borja further testified saying that there were a number of individuals in the lands department that were in on the scheme.
So Mr. in there as well, and there were other persons in there, because at one point we had this person in, and used to get $2,500 a month in salary from us, right? And she used to work inside our lands, so that's how we would get copies of inside document or system pictures, you know. And there were times that there were things that had to be paid in there. As far as I can tell, they had a proper scheme whereby they paid off yeah, right? I know at once, well, we have instruction that they gave her $7,500, and that's what they gave her for every probate like that, so they can. Again, while I was much in depth, I wasn't in depth because I knew this was a wrong probate, but how did they got it? God knows how.
Borja explains that he has 2 daughters and does not want to be involved in any criminal proceedings. He contended that he acquired his assets before all of this occurred. He was reportedly scheduled to meet with attorneys, the real estate firm his partner worked for, and GOB's Special Crimes Unit on August 22nd.
Hit the fans, I'm gonna then talk, because I'm not gonna be the same idiot where I'm just gonna be taken off full of, I'm just gonna zing myself. I think it hasn't hit the fan. I think it hits the fan when it's all there. But I'm not sure how exactly it's all there. But I'll tell you this. You look at my assets, I don't have a lot of assets.
And when we spoke with Jacqueline Hernandez, a family friend of Borja, she said he never told them about what he was facing.
He was very open with myself and with his family. We know that he was someone who always spoke about whatever he was doing, if it was a dream, if it was a new endeavor, if it was something that was troubling him. He came to us, you know, and so far we didn't know of something that would lead to something like this.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.